welcome back to the channel. The 100x pump for Verasity has officially started. Now, many of you understand the fundamental reasons why. So now let's talk about the price action. How high can Verasity climb? And I'm also going to put a lot of things into perspective for all of you that are curious about where price will go next, how high this can pump, how much money you can make in the short term, all will be revealed in this video. Now, before I get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, click the bell notification icon so you can stay up to date with all my recent videos. Remember, guys, nothing that you see in this video is financial advice. So always make sure to do your own research. And with that being said, pause the video, click the link in my description and join the Telegram group so you can stay up to date with all my recent updates, news updates, technical updates, and much more. So let's get straight into the video. Verasity so far for the day is up 2.5%. Market cap value 58 million, still under 60 million. As I mentioned, we do have a long way to go. And this is what a lot of people are forgetting. From where we currently are now, we are just over a 10x back to all-time highs. Now, the question is, and this is the magic question, this is the exciting question, and it's actually a CC Premium exclusive because we're going to talk about this in more depth a little later, but could we see a 10x on Verasity by the end of the year? Could we see it? 1,000% move on Verasity before the end of the year, or just over if we include, obviously it's 1,400%, so it's over a 10x, but can we actually see this by the end of the year? And number two, that's not actually a large move in the grand scheme of things when we talk about our $1 price prediction, when we talk about, those 20 cents, 50 cents and more. We are still only seeing the tip of the iceberg. So there's a lot to unpack and there's a lot to discuss. But firstly, let's talk about price going back to all-time highs. Can this occur before the end of the year? Now, the good news is we've already seen Verasity, achieve 400% moves within the space of less than a month. We've seen 200% moves in the space of, 1 week, right? So these kinds of moves are definitely possible. But the question is, will it happen? Now, there's new fundamental data that is a catalyst to drive up price, right? As we explained in our last video, supply and demand, selling or burning 50% of those tokens should have a incredible, effect on price for the short term, long term, and even the short term, mid term, and long term as well, right? So the question is, when is this all going to be priced in? Now, if we do see a further parabolic rally across the overall cryptocurrency space, then I do believe Verasity will be able to actually achieve a 10x by the end of the year. And that's actually a bold prediction. That's an exclusive as well. But there's a few things that could occur before these milestones are reached, which is why I keep saying you want to prepare your profit-taking targets. And obviously, it could all change in a heartbeat as well. So you want to be fully prepared. Now, here's the even better news. There could be more positive fundamental data, such as an exchange listing, Binance, Coinbase. That is enough, in my opinion, to send Verasity to the moon. And an exchange listing in Q4 would be perfect, especially if it's in alignment with an overall pump in the cryptocurrency market. So there's a few catalysts that can bring Verasity to at least a 10x before the end of the year. But what I would say is, don't fixate on it. Don't just say to yourself, okay, it'll hit 10x, therefore I'll just hold on for dear life until that happens. Especially if you're over leveraged. That's the most important thing. If you're over leveraged, that applies to you. If you're not over leveraged, then it doesn't really matter. And by over leverage, I mean you're investing capital you cannot afford to lose. You've overstepped the mark when it comes to the DCAs, etc. Then of course the profit taking is going to be very, very important for you, especially to alleviate that risk, take some weight off your shoulders, and actually give you the confidence to be able to hold on until $1. If you're over leveraged, then you're just not going to do it, irrespective of how fast price action moves, right? There's already people saying, the sell-off has started because there's been a small retracement, right? But this is another important factor. And again, I'm saying this to people in real time. Okay, some people are saying, okay, well, I'm not going to buy now. I'm going to wait for price to retrace further. Now, if you watch my video that I made towards the end of the end of September, where I gave basically my last call to buy, and you can see the arrow pointing upwards, my prediction. Well, guess what? That would be over 2,212%, 11% you make if this goes back to the all-time highs. Now, let's say price doesn't pull back and moves to the next target, which is here, right? Well, guess what happens? That now becomes a 930% gain. And then if you decide to enter at this area, that's only 300%, right? So the returns diminish rapidly the longer you, sit on your hands without a game plan, without a strategy, and procrastinate. It just means your gains diminish. Now, as it relates to the $1 target, we have a long way to go. So even when this does go beyond the all-time highs, we still have a lot of work to do. I mean, really, that's when the real work starts. That's where the real price mapping starts. That's where the different type of strategies that we have to deploy starts. That's where really good profit taking strategies start, right? So really, as it stands, price going back to all-time highs is only going to prove that Verasity is here to stay, is a gem that has real merit, and is a cryptocurrency project that could actually achieve that $1 target in 2024. But there's still a lot to discuss. There's still a lot to map out. There's still a lot of things that have to be unpacked when it comes to Verasity. This isn't case closed, right? So if you want to learn more about that, click the link in my description, join Crypto Coup Premium now. We'll get more in depth on this potential 10x before the end of the year. We'll talk about our profit taking targets, the percentage that we're looking to sell. You also get access to our other 100x, 1000x gems and more, as well as our next 3 months profit taking strategy and other strategies as well as it relates to the next bull cycle. So if you're interested in this, click the link in my description, and until next update, seize the day.